Howdy folks, wanted to give you an update on our greenhouse here. You have to bear with the noise of the fans. Turn you around here and you can see how the cucumbers are growing. Already reaching the top of the roof there, and got one back here, maybe more. No, I've got more than one. I've got two right here that have folded over and come over to this support line right here, and I'll probably just let them come right on across like I'm doing this one right here. I'm going to let it follow that cable way over there before I terminate it, just to see how it does. And then if we look right there at that yummy thing, and then we look right here, got another one. Then just about ready to pick. That'll be our first fruit. And I want to show you the tomatoes over here. Again, these are all Cherokee purple, and these are cayenne pepper plants here, and those are green bell peppers. I bought some more to put out in the soil garden, and some more of the cayenne. Something bit off one. I only had 4. Something bit off one of them, probably a rabbit. So I only got 3, and none of them look as good as these right here. But we'll see. I put a little fertilizer on this morning and Epsom salts. But I wanted to show you, I had posed the question in the previous video of how when these seed pods come out, they will just keep growing and keep growing and keep growing. And every year I've had the problem with they would just keep growing, and they would grow out I mean many feet and keep blooming and stuff. And I posed the question of, should I prune the seed pod, the blooms, the flower pods, and I didn't get any answers, so I decided to use the T&E method. And so what I've been doing is pruning the flower pods, and like this one right here, and it seems to be working real well, because you can see that I have 4 tomatoes that are set on. I'll get my camera located right here so you can see it. And this one right here is obviously the smallest one, but it is set on. And so I don't need that bloom right there, because I don't want any more than 4 in a pod. So I've been pruning these back to 4. And so far they're looking real good, as you can see right here. And then I have this flower pod right here that has 5 blossoms on it. This one actually looks like it's already starting to set on. But I'll leave 5 until I have 4 for sure. But that's what I've been doing. And like you can see how this one, how it's grown out real long from the stem. And I've got 2 set on for sure. This one is setting on. You can see the color change in the blossom. And then this one also is in the process of changing color. This one's still, I just now rattled it to shake the pollen in it. And so, but that's what I've been doing. And so far, knock on wood, things have been looking real well. There's a whole bunch of pods on that, flower blossoms on that one, and you can see down here and here the way those are growing. So that's what we're doing so far, and it seems to be working. I mean, look how this stem right here has grown out and forked again and forked again. So I will be, depending on how many I get set on. I get 4 set on for sure. I'll trim off the rest of the blossoms. So that's my T&E method. So we'll see as time goes on. We'll see how that works. See how this one here's doing. See, I've got 5. I've got 5 here total. I've got 4 definitely set on already. There's 4 there, and that one is changing color, so it's going to set on. So I'll probably cut it off. But anyway, that's what I've been doing. Y'all let me know what your practice is and what kind of results you have. And now I've been having some trouble with my cucumbers. Now this is vacuum cleaner damage here. I was a klutz and swung around, and look at those light spots. You see those little light spots? Let me put up my scissors. You see those little light spots there and right there? I've been having trouble with downy mildew because we had about a week and a half of rain. Here's another one right there. And I've been having to treat these leaves with a diluted solution of hydrogen peroxide to try to mitigate the downy mildew. And so the next big investment for my greenhouse is going to be a dehumidifier that I'll have to probably hang it somewhere right here dead center. I've been looking at them. A dehumidifier like for a crawl space in a house, which as far as square footage in a crawl space, they're rated way over what I need. This is 16 by 24, and I forget the math. But the dehumidifiers I'm looking at are like 3 to 4 times that on square footage, but they're really not that expensive, relatively speaking. So that'd probably be my next big investment, and I may not need it this year since we have just gotten through about a week and a half of rain, and that usually doesn't repeat itself after springtime. And right there's 2 more vines that I'm going to have to do something with. I'll probably suspend them on that cable right there and then top them. I don't want all the vines going all the way across and creating a canopy, because I want to set out more tomatoes on these 2 rows a little bit later in the year. I'll use the same variety, the Cherokee Purple, and that way I'll have good fresh, Lord willing, I'll have good fresh tomatoes late into the year. And so that's my plan. So we'll see how that works out. All right, thanks for your time, folks. Thanks for watching.